Mad Phlexx.
Oh yeah, no doubt. What up, yo? Mad Phlexx. Just here to let y'all know what's going on musically with me, man. For one, I'm a creatoraholic, man. So I create all the time, as much as I can. I put out as much as I can because my theory is, I don't want to die leaving all this stuff on the table. So I put out as much as I can, when I can, as often as I can. And really I came here just to talk about like hip hop, the journey and why I've transitioned like kind of away from hip hop, man. After 40 years of doing the same thing, I'm really not built to do the same thing. And that's where, the creativity comes in. I just try different stuff. I really don't care who likes it, who doesn't like it. I create things for myself, whatever I feel, see, it's inside my mind. I create it and I put it out, and I really put it out just so I can listen to it, when I'm not at the house. So I can, put my earbuds in or headphones and listen to my stuff when I'm not here. But no, creatively, like right now, I'm experimenting with AI. It's got me writing lyrics again, man. I used to be an MC, but I never really wrote like singing songs. So now I'm writing singing songs, man, because, I got a lot to say, man, and I'm trying to speak for the people. And I only do music to touch hearts, man, and to touch souls and to move people. And that's why I got into music. Never got into music for money, and that's why I don't worry about, certain things. And I never follow trends. I never followed anybody. Anybody who knows me, I create my own lane. I go across the grain. I wore the number 40, Kel Sayers, for a purpose, man. He went across the grain, so now, man, I'm just doing things that I've never done. You don't see me on the turntables. You don't see me making blends. None of that, because I'm kind of done with that publicly. I do it, in my own space for myself. I practice. And I might put something together for myself, but I don't put that out to public because I'm on to something new, for me. And hopefully, I can inspire somebody to, you got to step outside your comfort zone, man. I've always been outside the box, man. And right now I'm really outside the box because I'm creating things that I've never created before, and I probably never would have been. I've been a vinyl head, a vinyl purist. I've been a 1200 turntable purist. If it ain't on turntables, you don't use turntables. If you ain't using wax, then you whack. I come from that era too. But that keeps you in that little box, man. So long time ago I left that. And big up to anybody who is. I'm not here to downgrade anybody from doing anything what you love. Do what you love, man. That's all I'm here to preach. Do what you love. Be fearless. Don't be afraid. If you like it, who cares if nobody else likes it? If you think it's dope, then keep doing it, man. Keep getting better at whatever that is. But I'm here just to let people know, when you hear me put stuff up, it's just not what you used to. You know what I mean? You have to give it a couple listens, and you have to open your mind, man. Anybody that deals with me, if you don't open your mind, and if you don't have intellect, then we're not going to relate, man. Because I only relate to intellectual type people and things, things that touch that soul, man. The mind. And I've always been this way, man. Trust and believe, if everybody's wearing red, I'm going to come in black or blue. That's just how I've always been, man. I don't like doing things that other people do. You know what I mean? And I look and see what people are doing, and I totally do the opposite on purpose. I tell people that all the time. When I wore watches, everybody wore their watch on the left-hand side. And I purposely wore mine on the right because they say you should wear it on the left. I'm not built that way. I'm not wearing it on the left. Everybody does, so I put it on the right. That's just how I'm built, man. I'm just here letting people know who don't know me. Come on, man. That's what I do. Be free. You know, musically free. Just free to be you, man. Do what you feel, man. Don't be afraid, man. I've never been afraid. I ain't afraid of man or woman or nothing. God above is the only thing I fear. And I thank God for the ability to do the things that I do, man, to give me the creativity, man. And I thank my mother, you know, for allowing me to figure out who I am or become when I was little. She never directed me, you know, as far as figuring out who I'm trying to be or what I am, you know, as long as I did right, you know, and those things gave me that freedom. So, and that's all, man. I'm just here to anybody who's looking for the old blends, looking for the old mixes, you're looking for the old whatever. You're not going to get that from me, you know, because I'm in a new lane and all positivity, uplifting, you know, types of that nature, but heartfelt stuff too. And again, man, I'm older, yo. Like, Wu-Tang don't hit the same to me no more. You know, all that hardcore, you know, lyrical, whatever, with all the cursing and swearing, man, it freaking irritates my ears now, man. You know, I remember being in the heart of it because you don't hear it because you're living that life, man. The 90s, the 80s, it was great, man. But when I hear that stuff now, yo, man, it freaking irritates my ears, man. You should have grown by now. If you're coming out with music right now, you still sounding, you can sound like the 90s, but your lyrical content should be totally different, bro. You know, kids, marriage, divorces, whatever. These are certain things that I'm looking for, you know. So I kind of do like, if it's hip hop, I call it soul hop. If I'm doing anything, it's soul hop. That's smooth. I'm on a chill vibe. You know what I mean? You know, I'm in love type dude. You know, I like to spread love. I like the, you know, happiness, the energy. You know, that's what I'm about, man. If you got bad energy, man, I'm out. You know, I don't need to be around anybody with bad energy and bad intentions, whatever, man. And musically, it's the same thing for me. You know, what was cool back then is not cool for me right now. You know, I cherish those moments. You know what I mean? But I don't live in it. You know, I'm in a different lane, man. You know what I mean? I'm leaning over here. You know, where everybody's driving over there, I'm over here. You know, so all the people who roll with me, you know, during the mixtape days, house parties, all of that stuff, man. I'm not the same dude, yo. You know, I tell my baby, man, you know, made her brother soft. Made her brother soft. But that's okay, man. I'm cool with it. I don't want no drama. I don't want nothing, man. But yeah, that's me ranting, man. I appreciate anybody that follows, that shares my stuff, that still enjoys the stuff that I'm making, that has an open mind to the stuff I put out, man. It's a new lane, and I'm gonna stay in this lane for a while until I get tired. I get tired of stuff easy. You know, hip hop is the longest I've ever stayed for anything. You know, because there was so many different things and ways that you can do things, but I've practically done all the ways that I can do, man. And I'm not motivated, you know. And then even watching how many cuts can you do? I mean, it's the same cuts, you know, it's the same breaks, you know, it's the same way you battle, the same cuts. You know, I've heard all that, man. So I need something different. So that's why I came in here, I'm ranting, and dang, it's almost 10 minutes, man. Y'all know I like to run my mouth sometimes, but musically, let's talk more music is how I do it. Mad Phlexx, y'all, so let's do it. One love.